July the 19th, the power of prayer. The prayer of a righteous man has great power in its effects. James chapter 5 verse 16. In James chapter 5 verses 13 to 18, James says that we should pray for ourselves and for other Christians. In prayer, we look up from our distresses to gaze on God, the merciful ruler who will in due course deliver his suffering servants. Prayer brings stability and strength. Seeing temporal problems in eternal perspective cuts them down to size. People who are sick may ask their pastors to pray over them. Elders must be ready to do this on request. This is not a magic formula for a cure. While Jesus' miracles show that there is indeed bodily healing for us in the atonement, his attitude to Paul's thorn in the flesh indicates that it is not his will for every Christian always to enjoy perfect health in his body. Though when we get our new bodies, it will be different. But we must be clear that the benefits of the atonement are one thing. God's time and manner for conveying them is another. Solemn prayer over the whole range of the sick person's needs is what James counsels, on the principle that illness is always God's summons to consider our ways. Such a prayer may well result in healing, and prayer for one another's spiritual well-being should not be limited to those who are physically sick. The efficacy of the prayer depends on uprightness of life and motive, wholehearted and sustained earnestness in the person praying, and how far it conforms to God's revealed purposes and ways. The story of Elijah illustrates these three principles, either explicitly or by implication. Study and put into practice, preferably in small groups, the Bible teaching about right thinking and effective prayer. For starters, try Deuteronomy chapter 11 verses 13 to 17, 1 Kings chapter 17, Psalm 73, Mark chapter 2 verses 3 to 12, Romans chapter 8 verse 18, 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verses 7 to 18, James chapter 1 verses 6 to 8, chapter 2 verses 14 to 26, chapter 4 verse 3. Lord, help us as a church to pray with, over, and for people as much and as effectively as possible.